Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day today. I could not be bothered to get ready today, so we are just rolling with it. But welcome in. I hope you're all doing good. Hope you all had a good weekend. Today I'm going to villager hunt for Murphy. Specifically, his role for the Bob's Burgers movie island is going to be to represent the Coochie Kopi nightlight that Louise has, which is like kind of sort of a stuffed animal to me, but like it's also a nightlight. It's like a just like nightlight, toy, stuffed animal, all of those things, but mainly a nightlight. But welcome in. I hope you're all doing good. Let me know how the volume is, because I feel like it's either my headphones or it's genuinely really obnoxious this time. Let me know which one, please and thank you. But welcome in. I hope you're all doing good. I think that's pretty much it, honestly. I did go ahead and make sure that I grabbed all of these ahead of time, and I emptied out all the furniture that was in my pockets from the decorating stream. The only thing I need to do is really, really fast talk to Tom Nook and get the empty plot placed down, because I technically have one last 10th spot that I can put. I just like haven't placed it, but like it's there. Oh, and let me say hello to everybody, of course. What am I diddly darn doing? Okay, starting from where I can see, because my pinned message always covers whoever is at the top. Hello Steven, hello Ali, hello Saturn, hello Megs, hello Towels, hello Coda, hello Anthony, hello Celestine, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone, please like the stream. Absolutely, please and thank you, that'd be wonderful. I have the, okay cool, I have money to cover it. So could you imagine if I went by like that whole spiel and then I go to get like buy the plot to put it down and then it's like, psych, you're too broke. That would be very humbling. Hello Kaislyn, welcome in. I hope I pronounced that right. Hello Raylan, welcome in as well. It's gonna be another scenario of like, I don't know where exactly I want to put this plot, but because it's movable, I don't really care for the time being. Like there's gonna be probably a time off screen rather than on stream where like I do a bunch of time traveling so that we can move around a bunch of buildings, because a lot of them got put in really funky locations, and that's gonna be a very boring live stream, so I just will have to make myself do that at some point whenever I'm not live. What character is Murphy? Murphy is a like fluorescent lime green bear cub. Like he's like one of the teeny tiny bears. And I chose him because I feel like he's a good size rather than like one of the bigger bears. That, and then I feel like he's pretty much like the closest shade that we're gonna get to the color that Coochie Kopi is. I'm still mad that I have chops. Like that could not have been more unfortunate. Volume is okay for me. I was taking updated pictures of the big chicks. As you should. If you post them in the server, ping me, please. Need to get this put down somewhere. There's not as much room down here yet, so let me find somewhere up here. Originally, I was hoping to put Bob's house somewhere up here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to put it like towards the left on top of the cliff, but it's fine. I'll post in Discord. Yeah, absolutely, I wanna see. How was everybody's weekend though? Rate your overall weekend, 1 to 10, 1 being really, really terrible, and then 10 being amazing. This one's gonna be like so separated from all the other villager houses, but you know what, it's fine. I finally reached 3 stars this weekend. Yay! So I've been working on terraforming my island. I'm really enjoying playing Animal Crossing again. I love whenever that happens, like whenever you finally come out of some kind of era of burnout or just lack of interest in general, and then you finally like really enjoy playing it again. Like I try not to play it a ton off screen because I've noticed that even that can contribute to burnout, because like I'll play it for streams and then make myself sick of it really quickly if I play too much off screen as well. So since I'm like very picky about when I play, I feel like I'm able to enjoy it a lot more. It also makes watching content for it more enjoyable. Now that that's out of the way though, all I've got to do is put down my ladder so that way I don't get any cliffs to spawn, and then we are good to go. I would say a 9, a 7, a 4, maybe a 3. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope that this next week and next weekend is better. Both of them. I call you Towels as a nickname, and I almost put @Towels for the command. Then I'm doing that, and I was like, wait, it starts with Sir, not Towels. So I had to correct myself. It was super busy, but I was working, so that's great. Well, good, I'm glad. Yeah, I've been time traveling, so it keeps reminding me about the Mayday Maze. Bye, Celestine, thank you for being here, I appreciate you. I also chose a villager hunt today just because I wanted to do a more dedicated stream for one particular villager, because last time that I did that, it was more so for the initial 3 plots. And even then, I just kind of like let them autofill for the most part. Super random. This is for something that I'm planning to do after the stream. I've got like a bunch of laundry to do, but mainly with washing my bedding. Are you guys like me where you like dread the laundry days where you have to wash your bedding? So I swear it feels like my comforter takes forever to get completely dry. Before, I used to have this really big blanket that was like a soft purple material on one side, and then it was Sherpa on the other side. And that already in and of itself took forever to completely dry. But with the comforter that I use now, because I just switched out with one that we already had, it takes forever to get completely dry. Drives me nuts. Because like it'll get all like squished into a ball in the dryer, and then my sheet that I washed with it, because like you're gonna roast me for this, or at least some of you probably are, I don't use a top sheet. I only like the fitted sheet because the top sheet makes me angry. I feel like it gets tangled around me and it's uncomfortable. But like I'll wash the sheet and the comforter at the same time, and then one of them gets bunched inside the other, and then it's just like this big laundry sphere, and then there's a couple of wet spots, so I'll like rearrange it in the dryer, restart it to dry for a bit longer, and then it does the same thing all over again somehow. I hate it. You wash your beddings once in a while? I try to wash them like once a week if possible. Sometimes I'll go a little bit longer, I'm not gonna lie. But I do wash them, I'm not nasty. I don't like the top sheet either. Thank you. Thank you. And hello, Nuggie, welcome in. Now I'm gonna make that a poll. Give me a second. This question is obviously including whatever your main comforter or blanket is. Like that's out of the question because of course you're gonna have that. Okay, poll should pop up in a moment. If I made a typo unknowingly, I apologize. I don't think I did. Okay, cool. Hey Coda, I see you shortened your name. LOL, I'm off from school today because I'm sick. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. That's never fun. I am not necessarily sick, but last night I was not feeling it. My stomach was hurting really bad. And I'm good now, but I vomited profusely. I'm good now though. It's okay. We're good. I'll feel better soon, Nuggie. It's just the main blanket for most people in the UK. But yeah, like aside from like the main blanket, I seldom will use the top sheet. Like it looks pretty and all, and it makes the bedding look even more put together, but I just cannot be bothered for actual sleeping. Like I can't do it. That, and then I feel like whenever I do try to use it, I'll get up later on to like go to the bathroom or something, or get some water or whatever it is that I'm getting up for. And then I'll get back in bed, and I feel like I'm already getting tangled in my own bed sheets because of it. I sleep better with the top sheet, but it does get annoying. I'll agree with you on that. Whenever it's like not super tangled or being obnoxious, I feel like sometimes I can sleep better. But for the most part, it's just too much of a nuisance for me, so I just don't use it the vast majority of the time. It's definitely a preference thing though, because some people love it, some people don't, some people are neutral, you know? I had a fever and a sore throat, but it might have been from my show over the weekend. Oh yeah, how did that go? I had 3 shows in 2 days, but I don't know if that's the real problem. Those kinds of show weekends are exhausting. This was years ago, back whenever I was in Shrek the Musical, but basically we had, normally our shows would be in like the evening. I think it was like, I'm trying to remember. I think it was like 6 o'clock or so, roughly. It's been a while, but evening shows. And I remember on Sundays, we would have an earlier show at like noon, and it was because we would have kids stop by the school and they would go on a field trip, and their field trip was to come and see our show. And then later, after a couple of hours, we would do the entire show all over again. So that was fun. Very exhausting. I'm back inside, so the stream is working better. Yay! I'm glad. I showed it you. It was amazing. At such an amazing time. I was in Willy Wonka as Mrs. Gloop. Shrek the Musical is so nostalgic. That was my first show with my hometown theater. Willy Wonka is such a good show. I haven't actually seen it in person or been in it, but I would love to someday. I will say though, being ensemble for Shrek the Musical was very tiring. Because they had me in like nearly every single scene and there were a lot of quick changes. Quick changes, that's a whole other story. Quick changes are stressful. Can we just talk about that? Just for a moment. The cast was also amazing. There is, I feel like, no heartbreak like the heartbreak you have whenever you wrap up a show and then you never see that exact specific group of people ever again. Sometimes you end up working with the same people if you go back to the same theater for something, but oftentimes, like, it's a different group of people every time. Because there's plenty of people that maybe, like, will just do it, like, for fun, you know, to do a show, and other people are only in the area for a while, or maybe they quit, whatever it is. This is coffee, if you were wondering. I was in Trek over the summer as Teen Fiona. I was in the ensemble, but specifically aside from, like, generally being in the ensemble, you know how... Or actually... I don't know if this would apply to you, but I feel like, at least from what they told us, depending on the theater, some theaters, whenever they do Shrek the Musical, they will either choose to have Donkey Pot Pie as one of the songs, or they're gonna have Forever that the dragon sings. We did Forever, and I was one of the dragonettes, so that was really fun. Like, that was, like, one of the bigger things that I did, aside from generally being in the ensemble. I haven't done a show since 2023, but I'm gonna audition for a show in the summer, and I'm so excited. I haven't done a show in a good couple of years. The last one that I did was Radium Girls, and that was, you know, more of a play than a musical. That was my last show with this group. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's always so sad. I find anything outside of my normal schedule stressful as hell. Me too. I hate sudden changes in plans or scheduling. Even if, like, it's something that's for the better. Like, I don't care what the circumstances are, it will always stress me out. Oh, it's double cast as Donkey and the Dragon? How could you do both? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Haha. Oopsies. We did Donkey Pot Pie. I'm such a fan of that song. We did not. They debated it, and then we ended up going with Forever. I did the junior version. Radium Girls is so good. It's so good, but it's also so sad. They didn't know what song to do for us at first whenever we had curtain call, so they ended up choosing Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. And so now, all I can think about when I hear that song is curtain call for Radium Girls. There are multiple theaters where I live. A theater near me is doing Anastasia, and one that I did with Kinky Boots is doing Waitress. Speaking of Waitress, there is a big theater in my area. I don't necessarily want to say, like, which one, because, like, although it's, like, not right next to me, it's still a little bit too close for comfort, privacy-wise. All you really need to know about it is that they are a very well-known theater in the area that puts on very high-quality productions, and depending on what you got going on, you might be paid for your performance, you might not be, it just kind of depends. But they are currently wrapping up their weekend for doing Waitress. My friend just snapped me and she was Dragon. All the roles were double cast, so one night I would play Donkey and one night I would play the Dragon, so we'd switch off. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I also feel like I commend anybody that has played the Dragon that sang Forever, just because that song, I feel like, is so hard to sing. Anastasia was my senior show, and I was low-key cheated out of Anya, so I kind of wanted to audition for that. But also, Dawn and Waitress's peak dream role. I can't do both with work, but I wish I could. It's so true. Wait, what did Nuggie say? That's honestly such a good set of shows. If you guys could pick any musical to be in, and you could cast yourself as any role that you wanted, what would you choose? Because I feel like, I think I've told Saturn about this before, but personally, I would love to do the Wizard of Oz again, but I would love to be Dorothy. Because that has been like a dream role of mine since I was a kid. You can't really see it that well right now because my hair always looks super dark on stream, but I have the Dorothy type braids in. Given I slept in them, so they're a little frizzy, and thankfully you can't tell from here either. Like I did the thing where they like are twisted on the sides and then go down into a braid. I don't know why they double cast me as that. I've never been an alto, so me as Donkey was a fun choice. I also feel like the Donkey costumes are like generally heavy. At least the one that we had was. 'Cause I remember we were very close together and our actor that was playing Donkey like goes to like move a certain way for a dance and he was so sweaty from it that like, here, let me try to find something for comparison. Okay. See my pinky fingernail? There was a sweat droplet that came off of him that was about that size that just like flung off of his skin when he was dancing and it landed on me and the way that I wanted to throw up in that moment, it was so bad. My top ever dream role is Kathy in the last 5 years, but if I could redo a show I did as a kid, I'd probably do Anastasia again. Oh my god, I don't know if I can pronounce that. You're an empress, but long story short, I was told I was going to be Anya and then they didn't cast me. Rude. I auditioned for Finding Nemo and I really wanted to be Nemo because A, I'm a ginger, and B, I have the right personality, but I got a sea turtle, moonfish, and ensemble. I have never been in Nemo, but I would love to. When I asked the director about my audition, she said that she could hear the nerves in my voice and I was so sad because the audition is the scariest part of the show. I would have to agree. Like, I feel like even somebody with tons of experience in the general field, it's still a nerve-wracking process. Like, I feel like that's a very normal thing to have happen. It wasn't their fault because they kind of had to cast the girl because... They cast the girl they did because her mom funded the theater. Why, for some reason, did I, like, merge the last few words? And something must be wrong with me right now because I read that and I thought it said because her mom funded the funeral and I was like, what? And I was just really concerned for a second. When casting directors are like, you sound nervous, and auditions like, yeah, literally. Thank you. Have either of you ever done Grease? Also, let me end the poll so I don't leave that there for forever. Because I did a version of Grease. So they didn't call it like Grease Junior, but like it basically was. And I was like 15. Stitches! Okay, listen. Listen, hear me out. We're looking for Murphy, but Stitches is on my list. Stitches is on my list. Normally what I used to do when this would happen is I would debate taking the villager, and if I took them, I would, make sure they got fully loaded in, and then I would change the pinned message to say something like, hey, blank blank happened, working on kicking out other villagers so I can continue the hunt. Should I do that? Because Stitches is on my list. He's meant to represent the plushies there in the molehill. I wasn't even nervous for a while, but then like right before the audition was when I became nervous. I just feel like it's completely normal no matter how experienced somebody is. Like I feel like the vast majority of people get at least kind of nervous sometimes. I don't always feel like it's a very fair way to judge somebody. Because like, for all you know, maybe that's the one moment that they'll be nervous and then later on stage, like they're doing just fine. It's just a scary process. Take him, you don't know if you'll find him again. That's the kind of logic that I'm thinking of. I just need to make, I guess, like a pinned message. I think you should take him. What does everybody else think? Especially because I feel like he's like low-key kind of a hard villager to find, and the fact that I've just like randomly found him. My dream role is 100% Alphabet, fan before the movie. Do you remember whenever the movie version of Wicked was like all over the internet, as in like it was like the it thing that everybody was talking about and watching? I, for a while, kept trying to make these videos of myself singing the way that Ariana Grande sings, like classically. And I feel like it wasn't that terrible considering I don't have experience with that type of singing. It obviously could have been a lot better. But I was very proud of it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take him, you guys. And then once he is loaded in, thank you. That's my line.
Saturn donated $2 through Super Chat. That's my line. Woo ah ha ha ho.
I almost choked. Woo ha ha ho. Thank you, Saturn. Though she wasn't my first choice, Ariana did an amazing job as Glinda. I feel like she wasn't who I necessarily pictured being Glinda, but at the same time, I feel like she took the role
Hey,
very,
Lexi.
very seriously.
Headbutts
Thank you.
I have a lot on my mind and wanted to share with you. Instead
Thank
of a
you.
high five.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was very generous of you, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But with what I was saying, she wasn't who I anticipated being Glinda, but I feel like she took the role very, very seriously and did a really nice job. Like, she took that to heart and did a wonderful job with it, in my opinion. The shark bait. Woo-ha. Hello, Alan. Welcome in. Okay, let me go ahead and make a different pinned message just so that way everybody kind of knows what's going on. I wanted it to be Def Cameron, but Ari did great. Def Cameron is so pretty. I love her. Give me a second. Okay. Let me just make sure that he's fully loaded in. How are you, Alan? Her music is so good. I wish she got more traction. She's just so pretty. Like, genuinely. Why did I think Chops was carrying a fish? That was really random. My favorite Finding Nemo reference is shark bait. I used to quote that, like, a lot. That and then whenever I was younger,
Hey Lexi, would you like a marshmallow?
I would.
Continues to them till they're gone. Oh oops, I guess I don't anymore for you.
I wanted a marshmallow. That's so disappointing. Thank you anyways. I forgot my ladder over here, sorry. It's because she was a fan for a while before she was cast, and I think that's a good thing because you have to be able to love your role. I feel like you can tell, like even if an actor is really, really talented, you can tell whenever they don't necessarily love or enjoy the role. Trying to get up, Saturn. I'm glued to the bed at the moment, courtesy of meds gone bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better soon. I'm sure it's probably fine, but I just had to check. Okay, cool. That is all taken care of. So now I can time travel. I need to go next door and feed the cats. If you need to lurk for a while, you're good. Hope that goes well for you, Alan. I agree. I went from Dove Cameron, who was Mal, to McDonnelly, who was Addison in Zombies, and I was thinking of her music, which I used to love so much. You know what movie I was thinking about earlier was Twisters, like the one with Glenn Powell. People were angry at Ariana being casted like she wasn't on Broadway. Literally, like I think if I'm remembering right, I think she did like stage theater before she did like on-camera acting, you know? What I'm going to do from here is once I say hello to Stitches and everything, I'm just going to do a quick run around to see if there's any thought bubbles. I don't think there will be that quickly. And then I'm going to time travel 15 days specifically into the future and then see if that triggers a thought bubble. Can they stop making zombie movies? I'm honestly like indifferent about them. Like Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're just not. Hello, Angel, welcome in. You literally originated a role on Broadway. They just all hate to hate. A lot of people do that. A lot of people like see someone that's being hated on that's like a celebrity of some sort, and then everybody just kind of dogpiles and like adds to it for no good reason. Like they just do it to do it. Disney at this point loves ruining iconic movies. Listen, you're not necessarily wrong. They make Corpse Bride too. I haven't seen Corpse Bride in forever. Or actually, wait. That makes me sound like a fake fan. I haven't seen Tim Burton movies in a hot minute, and now I'm like, wait. I don't want to seem like a fake fan. Okay. My brain was tricking me, and I couldn't tell if that was like an actual movie or a character, and you're gonna think that I'm fake, and I swear I'm not. It's just been so many years that my brain couldn't remember right if it was his own movie or just a character. For example, Descendants 4 was not necessary. I haven't seen any of the Descendants movies. I'm gonna be so honest and controversial. I don't like sequels or prequels for the most part. That's completely valid though. I personally don't mind them. I'm just like a bit picky about how they're done to make sure that, you know, they're good, but I also completely understand why you wouldn't like them, and that's okay. And my brother is a big fan of Star Wars, and he says the last trilogy was so bad and everything else after. My fiance is a huge Star Wars fan. I don't necessarily know his exact opinion on some of the last ones. It's not really something that we've talked about, but I do know his favorite one, and that would be Revenge of the Sith. And my tornado watch has upgraded to a warning, so if I randomly disappear, it's my internet or power is knocked. If you need to leave also abruptly for any reason, like even if like you don't have time to say anything, don't worry about it, like you're good. I would rather you prioritize your IRL situation. You're fine. Please stay safe. I love you very much. It depends on the movie. Like some movies it's completely unnecessary. Oh, 100%. Immediately 100% I agree. A big one that I have an opinion on, I've talked about it before, but I love the movie Coraline. It's very near and dear to my heart. However, I've seen a lot of people say that they would love a second Coraline, and I honestly feel like it might so much as ruin the franchise, at least to an extent, if they did a second Coraline. Like, it's one of those where I really don't feel like it's necessary. As much as I love Coraline, I feel like it could potentially be detrimental if they did that. Like, I feel like it's best being left alone. I mean, technically, Wicked is the prequel to The Wizard of Oz and during the same time, so I really like that prequel. I mean, I guess it is, but isn't it at the same time, like, not fully confirmed to be, like, 100% canon in the Wizard of Oz universe? Like, why is there so many Despicable Me movies? I hate how many there are. Like, it is so unnecessary. People have been begging for Coraline 2 and Corpse Bride 2, like, forever. Like, just let a masterpiece be a masterpiece. We don't need to capitalize on everything. Thank you. Like, even as somebody that, like, really likes prequels, sequels, whatever it is that's going on, they're just simply not always necessary. In some franchises, they're much better being left alone. It is what it is. Coraline being a wonderful example of that. Get rid of the 3 OG minions. Wait, really? I've only seen, I think, like, the first 2 Despicable Me movies. Just because people don't want to be genuinely creative anymore. Everyone wants to build on what's already out there. That just feels like so creatively lazy to me. Okay, I'm not really seeing much thought bubble wise, so I'm gonna go ahead and time travel like 15 days into the future. And Boss Baby, that I haven't seen. And I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't seen the second Frozen movie. I personally felt like the first one was enough, but for all I know, maybe the second one was good. What if they made a second Nightmare Before Christmas where Jack explores the other holiday doors? I feel like it's been long enough since I've seen the first one. I don't really know if I have much of an opinion that I can comment on for that. Like, if it was more fresh in my head, I feel like I probably would. I believe it is, to be honest, at the Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Hold on. Let me time travel while I'm not, so I can not multitask, and then I'll read that. Sorry. Sometimes I feel like I can multitask, sometimes I can't. There we go. As I was saying, I believe it is, to be honest, or that Wicked is actually the real thing and not the Wizard of Oz, because I love Wicked. I do feel like whether or not Wicked is fully canon, I still really like it. You know? The amount of Home Alone movies there are, that's another example. That's actually an amazing idea, Mountain Dew. Okay, so I know I said I don't like the sequels, but Frozen 2 is the exception. I liked it better than the first one. Without, like, spoiling it per se, because maybe I'll watch it for myself eventually. Y'all know me. I'm very reluctant to watch new things. I like to rewatch a lot of the same things repetitively. But would you say it would be worth my time to go and watch at some point? Because I did really like the first Frozen. I'm really biased. Oh, well, don't mind me. It's okay. I have to stress yet again, do not read the Wicked book unless you crave genuine irreversible trauma, and I will take your word for that. By the way, if you have not already, please be sure to like the live stream. Liking the stream is completely free, and it's a very easy way to support me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm wearing so many rings today. I just like now acknowledge that. I have my engagement ring on. I have my spinner ring. You know those spinner rings that you can like spin side to side? It's for anxiety so I don't sit and like pick at my fingers. I've got that. And then I've got a James Avery ring and a Labradorite ring. I kind of have to now, Saturn, because I was gifted the first and second book in the series as a combo book. Well, best of luck. I'm going to give you a hug just ahead of time. I wish you well, soldier. Please let there be a thought bubble. Watch there not be a thought bubble because I don't talk to my villagers enough. I talk to Soleil sometimes. And she's been here long enough that she could be one of the ones to potentially move out. So maybe if I'm lucky, Soleil will ask to leave. If you are an adult, I'm serious, don't read the book Wicked is based on. It's completely inappropriate for minors. I haven't read it myself, but Saturn went into enough detail that I am going to have to agree and side with Saturn there 100%. I've heard about it. Hello, Christopher. Welcome in. We found Stitches earlier, and because I needed him, I took him in, and we're just trying to kick out a villager right now so I can go back to look for Murphy. We're just going to ignore red right now because I cannot be bothered to deal with that. Of course, Stitches is not going to move because he just came in. What about everybody else? Where are they? If you like the Wicked musical, you definitely won't like the book. It's not the same in the slightest. The book should make it banned in all 50 states. That must be pretty bad then. We're going to ignore this big empty lock, by the way. Don't look at it. I'm just looking for villagers, all right? All right, I see how it is. I don't think there are any thought bubbles. And look over here as well. And then if I don't see anything over here, then I'm gonna go forward another day. Okay, yeah, I see nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and, without even saving, just because I didn't do anything, go forward another day and we'll see. Yeah, it's weird because I don't know how something like that would become my favorite musical. Oh well, it's not really used as a source material for the musical Nuggie. It's extremely loosely based on the book. I can't comment much further because I haven't read it myself, but I don't think I will, honestly. I mean, I might buy the book just for the sake of having it at some point, but I probably won't actually read it. I'm gonna pull my sleeves back down because I just got coffee on my lip. Going back to an earlier topic that I brought up whenever I was talking about the laundry thing, I have a poll that I want to ask you guys about it just because I'm curious about something. So, sorry. Should have asked this earlier when we were talking about it, but it's fine. If you don't know what I'm talking about whenever I say strips for laundry soap, I mean like there's like these dissolvable strips that you can put into the washer whenever you do your laundry, and then once that dissolves, it turns into a soap. And yeah. I used to use pods, and then there was this one point I remember I had a black fitted sheet for my bed. I go, I put a laundry pod in there, don't think twice about it. I go and I pull it out later so I can put it in the dryer, and the plasticky part didn't fully dissolve like it should have, and it stained everywhere on the sheet. But because it had been like heated up and everything, it had like changed colors, and instead of just like leaving like a weird mark, like it left like weird white streaks all over the bed sheet. And from that point on, I just refused to use pods after that. I think since it's KK Sliders Day, I don't think there's gonna be a thought bubble, but I can't remember for sure if that's a thing or not, or if I'm just making that up, so I'm gonna look anyways. I'm playing Adopt Me right now. I still haven't tried playing that. None of them have one. That made it very easy to see all of them at once. What about Soleil? Okay, Soleil doesn't have one either. I'm back. I put pods in my camper trailer toilet here to make things better for the black water tank, and I can't get them to dissolve right away. They do make a liquid for it I may get. I have never tried that, so I don't think I know anything that could be of help. I'm really sorry, but I hope we get that sorted out. I've also seen people in the back of their toilet tanks put bottles of Fabuloso. I will say I've seen that, but I don't know if that's good for your toilet, so I would not recommend that unless you know for sure that it's actually safe. I'm gonna end up getting so many weeds on this island from doing this, it's not even funny. You know what, yeah, I think because KK Slider is here, it's like not gonna create a thought bubble, so I'm gonna go by yet another day and see if that helps. Starting to revitalize, my stomach still feels upset and my joints are aching. I'm sorry. I feel like joint pain is genuinely so miserable. Do you feel like it ever gets triggered by cold weather or rain? It hasn't been happening to me as much as it used to, but like I have periods of time where like I will get random joint pain for seemingly no reason. And because it kind of stopped happening as much, I honestly haven't bothered to speak to a doctor about it. I know that I realistically should have, but it seemed to have subsided a lot, so I stopped. But it would mainly be in like, I would say like my knees and my elbows, like things that bend. That and then random parts of my finger joints. I have a wonderful task of draining the black water tank today because it's full. There's a gauge up on my panel by the door. That sounds like that's not going to be a fun time. I am very sorry that you're going to have to do that today. That does not sound fun. Interesting. On my poll, it says that nobody uses the powder or the strips. My cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation. Wait, what's your cousin doing? I feel like I might have missed a message. I just thought about something. Sometimes I have a brain fart whenever I'm supposed to be time traveling, and I won't actually go and change the date. I'll just like close out of the game and then reopen it and not think twice about it, because it's muscle memory to keep clicking the buttons. And I think I might have just done that. I'm not sure. So we're gonna find out together. Okay, no, I did. Cool. And because it's pretty hot here, just like over there, I'm directly parallel to South Houston. Let me see what the weather is like. Hold on. Okay, as of right now, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit here, and it says that it feels more like 81. It's a little bit windy, so it's making it feel slightly cooler. Even if for some reason I can't get, I'm gonna ignore her because I need an actual thought bubble. Even if for some reason today I don't end up finding Murphy and I don't get a thought bubble or something, I at least got stitches. Like I got something out of it. Not what I originally was anticipating, but something nonetheless. Yeah, I'm not seeing any quite yet, so I'm getting a little worried because I don't want to be doing this for too long. I know what I'm going to try. So since I've been doing this for a little bit now and I haven't gotten a thought bubble yet, I'm going to deliberately talk to, I'm forgetting her name, but I'm going to talk to her at least once and then talk to Soleil and then go forward 15 days. Because they're both villagers that have the potential to move out since they're not my most recent villagers anymore. And by doing that, like to talk to them and then quote ignoring them for the 15 days, it'll make them want to move out, so. Oh, it's because I haven't even talked to her. That's my fault. See? I told you guys that's ends up being the #1 problem a lot of the time with my villagers when I try to get them to leave is because they'll be like, oh, why aren't they asking to leave? It's because I haven't talked to them. I have always been so terrible about it. It's not even funny. I heard to see how the little babies are doing. Mama Kitty's hovering over them and I can't see the triangle tails. She's probably just being protective of them. We're not going to talk about the fact that I hadn't talked to them enough. I don't talk to my villagers much either. I just forget about it because whenever I make these islands that are typically like themed after something really specific, my only focus is working on the island to make it look like whatever the theme is and to get whatever villagers I need, but not to actually talk to them. And I've forever said that I wished I was better about it, and I've tried to be, but I just feel like I can't for some reason. Hello, happy Pokemon. Welcome to the stream. I just ground coffee and set the coffee maker for tomorrow. I got new coffee on Etsy. What kind? I was madly in love with the actress Soleil Moonfry. The villager I was talking about named Soleil was like that little hamster with like the blonde hair. I know those are two different things though, by the way. I still think it's so funny how for like the little laundry poll that I had, that nobody said laundry powder or laundry strips. It's Sports a Cat Cafe. It was Mexican chocolate flavored coffee. That sounds delicious. And I love the cause that it contributes to. May I ask your island name and theme? Sure. So my island name is called Belcher, and my island theme is based off of the Bob's Burgers movie. If you're not familiar with the show or the movie, to make a long story short, the last name of the main family that the show and movie is about is Belcher. So for example, the dad's Bob Belcher, mom is Linda Belcher. And so because it's based on the movie, I figured just naming the island Belcher was like the most appropriate thing to do. Wait, whenever I time travel, did I go forward enough days? I might not have. Wait, actually? I don't think I did. Yeah, I went forward like 1 day. Let me go forward 14 more. Whoops. I love the daughter with the bunny ears. She's my favorite. Oh, Louise. Louise is so funny. She's also just so unhinged, and she loves stirring the pot. I would say of all the kids, though, that Gene would have to be my favorite. I love his humor. Louise is my favorite too. She's just funny. Did I make any typos? Yes, I did. I'm glad that I double checked. Made 2 different typos actually. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So, new poll. Who's your favorite Belcher child on Bob's Burgers? I made sure to add an option for those of you that haven't seen it, so like, you don't really have a favorite. I'm doing my best to get through Happy Home Paradise. My island is so close to being finished. All that's left is a player home and the villager houses. Congratulations! What theme do you have on your island, or lack thereof? Because sometimes we don't do themes, and that is okay. I will forever talk about that and how valid I think it is. I feel like it's so common for players to do themes, but like I feel like people forget sometimes you don't have to do a theme. You can literally just do whatever you want to your island, and it can be just as good. I love that I just got a community tab notification for my own channel on my phone. I don't know why it's sending me that. I forgot it's my character's birthday because I'm playing as Bob. I don't know if that's gonna like ruin the thought bubble thing or not, but we'll see. I'm gonna be taking Charlotte outside since it's finally nice out. I'll be lurking. No worries. Hope you enjoy your lurk. I feel like this might ruin it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna close out and leave because I feel like that's gonna disrupt it. And we'll just go forward an extra day. The more time, the better, because then it'll seem more and more like I'm, quote, ignoring the villagers, and then they'll get mad and want to leave, so that's fine. It's me themed, just everything I love, and it's mostly just a very natural, cozy island with a winding path, lots of greens, and lots of waterscaping and terraforming. And that is 100% valid, and honestly, dare I say, I feel like we need more of that in the Animal Crossing community, where it's just like themed around yourself and things that you like, or just generally lacking a theme. So I've seen some pretty cool islands that don't have a theme. Hello Naru, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna check the poll. Okay, so far everybody has either said that their favorite is Louise or they have not seen Bob's Burgers. How are you, by the way? These long loading screens will forever irk me. It's just so silent. I wish they had some kind of music for the loading screens. There we go. Well, you know what I've been reminiscing on lately, by the way? Speaking of Animal Crossing. I have been reminiscing lately for the time that I was on Last Crosser Standing on EJ Plays channel. I don't have a command for EJ anymore that works because Nightbot stopped cooperating. But EJ Plays, very good streamer. Highly recommend. Very sweet. And now it's Linda's birthday. only XYZ, welcome to the stream. I am wonderful, so happy to have found your stream. I'm playing alongside you and it just makes me so happy. That is genuinely so wholesome of you. Thank you for telling me that. That's very sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know how to get there, Harvey, but like I'm busy right now. No, you're fine. You didn't do anything. You're good. Why do literally none of you have thought bubbles? Oh, no! Stop it. Okay. Still don't really see one. Stop it. I don't want to talk to you. That sounds so mean out of context. Yeah, I like don't see anything thought bubble wise. And it's worrying me because I need to get back to my villager hunt. I know I've talked to Bam before, so that's not an issue. I've talked to Sandy, I've talked to Soleil, I've talked to Elvis. I know it can be bad about not talking to all of them, so maybe like I haven't talked to him. Okay, so now he can count for it too. See? I do it to my own self and I don't even realize it. Save and go forward another day, I guess. Because they've got to give me a thought bubble eventually. Also, I haven't even checked off my list yet. I need to check off where Stitches is so that way it's not there anymore. We've already got Stitches. Good there. We technically, I mean, Tammy is one of the builders that had a question mark, and we technically already have Tammy. So we're all good in that regard. So now for the remaining villagers, we just need Gail, Bob, Teddy, Murphy. Murphy, you know, is our priority today. Joey, Lionel, and Biscuit. Okay. Ooh, so we got to vote for Tina on the poll. By the way, if you have not already, please be sure to like the live stream. Liking the stream is completely free and it's a super easy way to support me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Hearts in chat for you all. I know I just said this a few minutes ago, but it just irks me so much how silent these loading screens are. Gosh, I wish there was some kind of music. I almost did lo-fi today. I know I said I was trying to like lower how often I was doing that and work my way to eventually not having lo-fi music in the background at all. But I almost did it today. I was very close. It's crazy. I haven't finished my island yet, but I'm planning my next island in my head. Me! Literally me! I am a notorious restarter. Same, 100%. I completely get what you mean. I am very guilty of that as well. Like, I will love whatever theme I'm working on, and then in the back of my mind, be planning, like, several other themes. Like, be like, okay, I'm gonna do this one, and this one, plan out all kinds of details while I'm not even finished with the one that I'm on yet. So, like, I get you. I get it. 100%. Like the last island that I did, my Chapel Roan themed island, I was actively planning ideas for the next island in my head when I was doing it. Which, speaking of the island, I know forever ago was when I was originally supposed to do the toured video of the dream address. There's a lot of stuff that ended up happening, so that got postponed and eventually just didn't end up happening. However, I was thinking about it today, and because I am slowly pulling my channel out of the inactive state it was in during my hiatus, I was thinking, even though it's been a really long time since it was originally supposed to be posted, I still want to do it. It's just that instead of playing as my character that I had on that island to tour it, I'll have to like be visiting it in dream address form. But still, I'm thinking that I'm still gonna go ahead and do it. Like, I'm really thinking about it, even though it's been a long time. In fact, you know what? If anybody has any input they would like to share on that, let me know in the chat. Would you rather at this point just have the dream address posted publicly so that way you can go and look at it yourself? Or would you be willing to wait until the video gets posted? Because like I still want to, now that I'm active again, if enough people are interested. I better get a thought bubble eventually because I'm starting to get like kind of annoyed. Like, come on now. One of you leave my island, please. Out of curiosity, do you do dream address visits? I do, but not very often. Yes, please, I would love to see your island. Oh, so you mean like the video? Or the dream address being posted? If anybody here wasn't there for that era of my channel, it wasn't about Chapel Roan herself. It was based around her album, Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. Where is the thought bubble? I should have had one by now. Gotta go, don't feel well again. Bye, everyone. Bye, Nuggy. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you feel better soon. Literally, I feel like I'm gonna start rage quitting. Where is the thought bubble? I'm getting all these weeds on my island for like basically nothing. Guess I'm gonna make another huge time jump forward. I'm willing to go notably quite a bit farther to make this happen, given I don't want to go like all the way past like July. Like that's like kind of almost too far. Like I'll keep going. Now, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Weeds are great decorations. My island is chock full of them. Oh, absolutely. Like I love how in New Horizons we can deliberately place them in certain spots as an actual object. Whereas take like New Leaf or City Folk, for example, you would just pick them up and then they would be gone forever. Oh, poor Gene on the poll. Poor Gene doesn't have any votes. I would vote for him if I could, but you can't vote on your own polls. Hello, Hannah. Welcome in. You know how the other day I was saying I really wanted to look through all of my amiibo cards and see if I had any for this island, like of villagers that I needed? I still haven't done that. So maybe in between like loading screens, I can try and look. Because although I'm open to using them, I still prefer to like try to do villager hunts just because it's fun to me that way. And then whenever it takes way too long and like way too many streams of that, then at that point I kind of start to amiibo villagers. But I feel like I haven't really truly looked. Grab a small handful to see if there's any in them. Ironically enough, I grabbed the one for Stitches. Nope, I don't see any others. Hi, Hannah. I love your name. You are so sweet to everybody in chat, by the way. It's very nice of you. Oh, another thing I know, just me talking to myself when I say this. I was mentioning earlier I have like some laundry to do later. Aside from that, I also need to work on some shorts at some point. Why are you sweeping in the rain, bestie? There's probably going to be less villagers out and about because it's raining, but I'm still going to try anyways. They're not over here. It's getting really annoying. I need everybody to collectively hold hands in the chat and manifest a thought bubble for me. Literally, where is it? I should have had it by now. Oh, not you. But whatever, I'll accept it. Since it's taking this long, I might just save and then go back to the original date and see if that helps at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Let me see. Grab a few more out of the container. So if I can find a pile of the ones for villagers that I actually need, I'm going to set them aside somewhere else. That way they're away from all the other cards. And if I end up needing them, then I can just refer to that pile. So far, I'm not really seeing them, though. That's okay. Ooh, okay. I have a very fun question. Wait. No, should I ask that out loud or should I put it in the server? Because we need to do the question of the week in my Discord server. And I don't think we've posted it, unless one of my mods posted it and I didn't see. Well, I just had a very good idea. Maybe I should save it for that. Which, by the way, mods, if you guys are lurking right now, which I'm pretty sure at least a few of you are, have either or any of you posted in the question of the week channel yet? Just while you're lurking. I always get a bit of coffee on my lip when I do that. I like to use straws whenever they're available. I've looked through a small amount of the cards so far, and I'm starting to already kind of run out. I swear I thought that I had more than this. I don't know where they are. But anyways, I still don't see one. What does I need? I swear, I feel like I had Gale's card, and I do need Gale. Okay, I do have one for Lionel. That's good. That's good. Missed the question. Can you please ask again? Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I was about to ask it, and then I realized it would make for a better question of the week for my Discord server, so I stopped so that way I could save it for that. You're fine. And now while things are loading, I'm just looking through my amiibo cards. I'm trying to see which ones I potentially have or do not have for my villager list for this island. So far, I just haven't really seen any aside from Lionel. They're really tiny, otherwise I would just, like, look. They're that itty bitty. Super, super small. Okay, I see a thought bubble, but it's not for the villager that I want. Even though she's not like the best villager in my opinion, I'm keeping her because Tammy, the way that it's spelled, is the exact same name as one of the side characters in Bob's Burgers, so I'm keeping her for that. So that's a good sign. I'm gonna go forward just by one day. We're finally getting somewhere. And hopefully the thought bubble will transfer. I have to go. I subscribed. I really hope to see you again. The stream is just lovely. Sending you all the good vibes. Thank you so much. You are literally so sweet. I don't know if you're still here as I'm reading and responding, but just in case you are, that'll pop up my schedule for you in just a second. Thank you so much for subscribing and for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. I still don't see cards for any other villagers that I need. I swear I thought that I had more than this. Like, do I not have Gale like I thought I did? I swear I feel like I've seen her card. I'm so confused. I'm literally down to like the last few cards. Wow, okay. I swear I thought I had Gale's card, but I guess I don't. I really don't have like any amiibos that I actually need. If you hear like scuffling sounds, that's me picking up the cards off of my desk to put it back in the bowl. And technically, I guess I had Stitches and Lionel, but I ended up finding Stitches accidentally earlier, so that doesn't count. There we go. I hope you enjoy your lurk, Megs. Actually, while you're here though, and like I see that you're in chat, have you or any of the other mods posted the question of the week yet in the Discord server? Because if not, I have a really good one to post. Okay, well, we were making progress because Tammy had a thought bubble, but it's still raining, so. I feel like the rain definitely delays that process just because the villagers are less likely to be out and about whenever it rains. Sorry, I missed that. No, you're fine. Did you need me to repeat what I said? Yeah, a lot of them are inside, so I guess I'll just keep doing that. But we did make the progress. We did finally see a thought bubble. It was just for the wrong villager. And I mean, in all honesty, I probably could have afforded to just deal with that anyways, because Tammy is like, I mean, I want her on the island because there's a character in the show named Tammy, but I feel like it's like not as much of a priority as some of the other villagers. Did you hear that? That was my knuckles. Poor Jean has no votes on the poll. That makes me so sad. Jean, I would vote for you if I could vote on my own poll. Hello, Anna. Welcome in. Don't get me wrong. I'm really glad that I found Stitches because I anticipated him being a harder villager to find on my own later on. So the fact that I randomly found him, I thought was really lucky and really cool. But part of me wishes at the same time that I hadn't, because trying to kick out a villager after you already unintentionally found one that you needed, it's just like a huge pain. Like it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, glad that I found Stitches, but on the other hand, it like disrupted my original plans for this live stream. Okay, I'm gonna do a different poll, and this time it's gonna be more focused around Animal Crossing. This one might take me a little bit longer to type out all the answers. All right, poll should be there in just a moment. Okay, so do you still play Animal Crossing? Options are yes, I play often, yes, I play occasionally, yes, but barely, or just no. This is totally like that time I found Hopper as a campsite villager and I wanted him bad and it kept wanting me to kick out all the wrong villagers. It's so aggravating. I feel like the game just does it on purpose sometimes, I swear. At least it feels that way. You better give me a thought bubble this time for the correct villager. There's so many that I don't care about leaving. Any one of them is fine. Okay, they're not over here. Come on now. Please and thank you, give me a thought bubble. Oh, 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 oh. Yes! Okay, I wanted her to leave in particular, so this is very exciting. Oh, don't worry, I'm not distraught. I want you to leave. Bye! Okay, cool, cool, cool. So we have Soleil moving out. I'm gonna save to make sure that that's solidified. I've had it happen before where I time traveled 2 days in advance, so that way the plot would be empty and I could go villager hunting again, but then ended up autofilling. So if you've never seen me do this before, I like to go 1 day at a time just so that way that doesn't happen. Oh, you deleted it. Well, either way, hello Mercedes, welcome in. I felt like that took forever. If Y2K Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse was a person, it would be Soleil. I feel like that makes perfect sense. I know exactly what product you're talking about, and I just feel like I agree with you. I don't know why that makes sense, but it does. It really does. I forgot which one it was called exactly, but you know the Maybelline mascara? I think it's supposed to be like a pink tube and a green lid. But that specific mascara, I feel like the cat villager Monique would be that mascara. Which, by the way, when I was a kid and I would play Animal Crossing City Folk, I did not realize that Monique was pronounced like Monique. I had never seen that name before aside from Animal Crossing. And you know whenever they teach you in school to like sound things out, I took that very literally whenever I would try to figure out how to pronounce her name. So for years in my own head, I would read her name as Montague because I didn't know any better. And then I said that out loud one day and somebody was like, you do realize that name says Monique, right? And I was like, no. Yes, the Great Lash Mascara. Monique would be the Great Lash Mascara. Okay, so far on the poll, yes, I play often has 40% and every other option is tied at 20%. If I was to vote on my own poll, I would say, yes, I play occasionally just because for the most part, I play on streams now if I'm streaming that day. And that's if I'm even streaming Animal Crossing that day. I play like a bit off screen, but not really, just out of fear of burnout happening because that's no good. That's never fun. As soon as I load in, I'll just save time travel one last final time, and then I can finally resume the villager hunt for Murphy. I just have to double check that I don't accidentally autofill like anything. Cause I'd be very upset. I think my worst accidental autofill memory is probably just forever gonna be the issue with Faith. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a long time ago I had like a summery tropical core themed island and I wanted to get Faith as one of the villagers. I go villager hunting that day to look for her, right? And I finally find her and I'm excited. I talk to her to invite her. However, you know how you have to talk to a villager on a mystery island more than once so that way they move into your island? Like they won't initially ask. Well, I didn't talk to her enough and make sure that it was official. Like I didn't double check. So I get back to my island, I save, and then I time travel. And the next day I go to check the plot where it says sold and everything. And instead of it saying that Faith was moving in, it said that Agnes was moving in. And I was so irritated that day. In fact, there's a short up on my channel for it. Again, it's like kind of buried now because I've posted so many more since then. But if you scroll deep enough, you'll see my reaction to it. And I was not happy. Like EJ's most recent video. Wait, I haven't seen it. I need to go watch it then. EJ's very sweet though, overall. Very sweet. I don't have here. You know what? I don't have the command anymore because Nightbot is silly goofy and doesn't want to work anymore. But I'm gonna go get a link for EJ's channel because just they're very sweet. By the way, EJ uses he, they pronouns, just to put that out there. Okay, I got the link. I'm just waiting for my own stream to load back up. There, okay. Would genuinely recommend checking out EJ Plays. It's been a good couple of years since it happened. But EJ did a little game series on Animal Crossing called Last Crosser Standing. It was like an Animal Crossing version of the show Survivor, and I was on it. I was on the episode called Battle of the Bays. Here, I'll put that in chat if anybody wants to screenshot it just to go back to. Given that was before my rebrand and I was known as Lexi Crossing on YouTube, so you'll hear me being referred to that way. Get a villager hunt video, and that was one of the many things that went wrong. I wanted to rage quit so hard that day, and I feel like I did. Most likely. It's been a while. My point is, probably my worst villager hunting memory to date. I'm gonna double check one last time that it's not autofilled or something, and then we will resume the hunt. Okay, cool. We're good to go, besties. We are good to go. We're in the clear. Let me put my ladder down, and then we will go back to the villager hunt. I'm not gonna lie, if that was happening right now again and there were auditions to go back to being on it, I would apply. If for some reason it is though, and I just was not aware of it, in my defense, I am subscribed to a substantial amount of different people, and it's easy to miss things. Because, like, I can't always be on YouTube, you know? Oh, let me also change the pinned message in a second once it gets to the loading screen. You're back. Welcome back, Megs. Here. Did you ever end up getting Faith? I did. I think I had... Wait, did I have one of my mods help me, or... Oh, no, I'm pretty sure I ended up getting Faith from a Treasure Island. By the way, welcome in, Ash. Here, I'm just gonna pin the Discord link again like I did earlier. Since I don't need the other message anymore. There we go. Oh, there was that. I was on Last Crosser Standing, and then I was also on Scavenger League. Both of them were very fun. Very fun, but also very stressful. But like a competitive type of stressful, not like, oh my gosh, I'm panicking type of stressful. Scavenger League was funny. Scavenger League was literally so much fun. I remember one of the things that I had to find was carrots, but it had to be specifically from one of the Cap'n Islands. And I was so mad because I couldn't like move on at the time until I found the carrots, and they just would not spawn for like forever, and it ended up costing me the game and I lost. Sabotage League was also really fun. I will say though, it can be very easy, at least in my opinion, to get confused. So like whenever you're participating in it, you've got to read over the rules repetitively, very carefully. It was very fun though, and if I was given the opportunity to do either one of those or even Last Crosser Standing again, I absolutely would. You know what I just realized? Okay, so this is very specific, so don't feel bad if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the character not from... Well, he's in the movie too, but I feel like... I don't know. Anyways, the character from the Bob's Burgers franchise, Sergeant Bosco, I feel like Wilbur from Animal Crossing kind of looks like Sergeant Bosco. Just a little bit. Like, if Sergeant Bosco was an Animal Crossing character, he would be Wilbur. And just to check on the poll again, out of curiosity. So far, yes, I play often, and no are both tied at 29%. Actually, no, yes, I play often, yes, I play occasionally, and no are all tied at 29%, and then yes, but barely has the least at 14%. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. It's not even necessarily about the personality, I just feel like it's the sunglasses that really give off the vibes. God knows. If he was in Animal Crossing, he'd be Wilbur. And I also feel like if the character from Bob's Burgers, Mickey, was on Animal Crossing, I feel like Mickey would be red. find another villager, even if like, since we're towards like technically the end half of the stream, even if it's not Murphy that I find, if I could still somehow pull off finding another villager that I need that's not necessarily Murphy, I'll still be happy. I would prefer for it to be Murphy, but I'll take whoever I can get that's on my list. You know what I mean? The only reason I want to prioritize Murphy is because I feel like with him representing the Kuchikopi nightlight that Louise has, I feel like it's pretty important to the island because of the significance towards the end of the movie that Kuchikopi has. That is also just like a very important belonging for Louise. I will say, so for reference, I am 88 minutes into the stream, which technically speaking is just an hour and a half, just about. A little bit less than that, but you get the idea. Let's say much earlier than expected, I do find another villager that I need. I will realistically at that point just end the stream and not have it be a full length one. And I say that because it took me a hot minute to be able to kick out another villager so that way I could continue the villager hunt. And by the time that I would realistically end up getting another thought bubble, it would be time to end the stream, and that would just feel a little silly to do that. So if by somehow I find another villager that I need, I'll just end early. But that depends on if that even happens. Oh, Anna, if you're still here, you know how we were just kind of talking about a couple of different like little game shows that happen in the Animal Crossing community? I sincerely hope that for the next Animal Crossing game, whenever that happens, I hope that we as a community do that kind of stuff again in whatever capacity, whether it's the same games or new ones are created. I think that that would be really wonderful. Like, I really hope that we continue that, because that, I feel like, both in regards to content creators and viewers or people that just simply played and occasionally viewed content, I hope that we do that again, because I just feel like that brought all of us together every single time, and that was just so much fun for everybody. I'm still here, just transferred from phone to Mac. No, you're good, no worries. I was just saying, because you and I were talking about that, I really, really hope that we as a community do that again for the next Animal Crossing game. I really, really do. That just would be so much fun. Because literally even just watching those streams was so fun. You could barely see him, but he was like back there behind the tree. How many channels I found out about from those competitions? Same. Same. That, and I feel like I also discovered a lot of lovely channels through channel raids. Do I look oily at all, by the way, on screen? Like, do I look oily? I put moisturizer on before the stream, and I feel like I look oily. Oh, definitely. Raids have also been great for finding great content creators. I just love, because I mean, I feel like right now it's more of like the cozy game space than anything, just because obviously it's no secret Animal Crossing New Horizons is not a brand new game anymore. But I feel like a lot of the same people that are in the cozy game space are also in the Animal Crossing community. You know what I mean? And I love the community. I have kind of averted myself away from doing a lot of the cozy game related content, 'cause it's just not necessarily for me anymore. I'm kind of just focusing more on the channel being about myself and my own personality and whatever my interests are. And just whatever I feel like posting in general. But I definitely still consider myself like part of the community. And you bet the second that we know more about the next Animal Crossing and we can play it, produce content for it, you bet I'm gonna be all over that. I barely had to walk to see who the villager was. My nose keeps getting itchy. Stop. Not me literally getting... I checked something on my phone really fast. And not me getting an advertisement text from TikTok shop. Don't tempt me. I'm watching Big Bang on TV and they keep playing the same commercials. Annoying. I hate that. And you know what else I hate? You know, whenever you're watching TV, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but have you ever been watching TV and instead of putting the commercial up right away, it'll be like, which ad experience would you prefer? Please pick one. And I'm like, I would prefer neither. I don't want to see either of your ads, but whatever. I have to pick one, I guess. It makes me so mad. Like, I don't care about which progressive ad you show me. Just get it over with. Allergies here have been atrocious. I was just ranting about this the other day, but for a long time I would get seasonal allergies, and then for a couple of years I like stopped getting symptoms entirely. And then as of this year, I started getting them all over again, and I don't know what happened. Like, I went a good couple of years without like any symptoms. I have the two, yes, the choice between 4 ads you don't care about, right? Like, either have this progressive ad that involves people driving in their cars, and this other progressive ad of them sitting in their living room talking with flow. Like, I don't care about which one. I just want to get the ad over with. Gosh. I need to pop my back. I can't do that from sitting here though. Oh, this is a very random question. I'm gonna do a poll for it anyway, so forgive me for how like out of nowhere this is. But I just remembered something that we have in the fridge that I'm gonna have as a snack after the stream, and I want to know if you guys like it. So give me a second. The most random question ever. I know. But just tell me yes or no. Do you think hummus is good? I was gonna have some carrots and hummus after the stream as a snack. But I also know a lot of people don't like hummus. And I got curious. You know, we do not need that villager. I will probably get them for my future supernatural island, though. Ew, I love hummus. It depends on the flavors of hummus. I really like roasted red pepper hummus. I like plain hummus. I like garlic hummus. And then spicy hummus is good, too. I've also seen this type of hummus before where, like, you know how chickpeas are like the base of hummus? Well, they blended it a bunch, like, but without like seasoning or like a flavoring added to it, and then they added in some chocolate, like that, it's in some cocoa, mixed it together, and then it became like a dessert hummus dip where like it didn't taste super savory by any means. It just, like, if you were to like take like a strawberry and dip it in there, it would taste like you just dipped a strawberry into some straight up chocolate, but it has all the nutrition that chickpeas provide. And I was like, honestly, I'd be willing to try that. I feel like that'd be good. So many times when I worked, I would get off work, climb in the recliner, and eat that Aldi 4-quadrant hummus. I completely understand you. I love hummus, and I will, like, literally, I would happily sit there and do the same thing, watch one of my shows, and just eat copious amounts of hummus. I completely understand. I'm not gonna get this villager, but I can't explain it. I feel like he reminds me of Gene, if Gene was bald. I've seen that before. It looks like it would be good, and I feel like it's a smart idea, especially if you're trying to be a little more health conscious with what you eat. Because, like, if it'll taste and feel like chocolate but have more nutrition to it, then, like, why not? Potato chips and carrots and that 4 quadrant hummus. I love to, like, you know, like carrot sticks, not like just like a normal, like, not like a baby carrot, but like the carrot sticks that are maybe like that big that have like square ends. Those and then baby carrots dipped in hummus are delish. I hate sushi just as much as hummus. I don't get the sushi hype at all. I love sushi. But then again, as much as I like those two things, which I know can be kind of controversial with people food-wise, I also have a lot of unpopular food opinions. Like, for one, straight up, I don't like steak, I don't like grapes, and I don't like white chocolate. How do you guys feel about those opinions? For me, it's just because white chocolate is way too sweet. Like, it grosses me out how sweet it is. I don't like grapes because the texture, like the feeling of biting into a grape and feeling the skin on it break freaks me out. It also feels like an eyeball. And I know that doesn't make sense, but just close your eyes for a minute. Put your finger very lightly on your eyelid and then move your eye around. It feels like a grape. As for the steak, it's not even the flavor, because like the flavor is fine. It's just that it's too fibrous for me. If you don't know this about me, I'm autistic and I have a lot of sensory related issues with foods, and I have never been able to tolerate steak. I cannot do it. I can't. I enjoy white chocolate, but not too much. Grapes are all right, but steak can go bye-bye. Thank you. I'm glad somebody agrees. There's so many types of steaks and you don't like a single one? Nope. But I do like chicken. Which I know is obviously, like, of course, not the same thing. But in regards to eating meats, I will eat some meats. I'm just, like, picky about it. You can barely see the villager, but it was Apollo. Oh, and another one? I don't know if this is gonna be a hot take or not. I mean, it might be. In my opinion, I feel like turkey bacon is better than pig bacon. And I'll eat both, I will, but like, let's say for some reason, bacon was gonna be a side dish for a breakfast that you and I were having together, and you gave me the option between turkey bacon and pig bacon, I would choose the turkey bacon every time. Remember about anyone who doesn't like steak? And trust me, it drives my mom nuts. I'm the youngest of 3, and I am the only child that she has that does not like steak. She tried so hard when I was a kid to get me to like it, and it just never worked. I've never liked it. Steak was tedious, and then I got GMD/TMJ, and then it was undoable. Can you remind me, please, what that stands for? I don't think I really remember. I'm sorry. If you don't mind, that is. Oh, another meat that I don't like brisket. Brisket is also gross to me. TMJ is the jaw joint. TMD is the dysfunction of the jaw joint where it clicks and pops and gets hung up and locks up, I mean. Oh, so like, does it just make it harder to eat steak? Is that what you mean? Please correct me if I'm misunderstanding still, because I don't want to be sitting here like assuming the wrong thing. Basically, steak would make me in so much pain from the abundance of chewing. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's for different reasons for me, but I just have never liked how fibrous it is, and then like the amount of chewing that it can take also bothers me. This is extremely specific, but have you ever been eating something like eggs or chicken, and then as you're chewing the eggs or the chicken, whatever it is, you sit there and you're like, this is suddenly actually really eggy, or it tastes like too chickeny, and then it grosses you out immediately and you have to spit it out. Because I've done that with scrambled eggs before, and then I could not eat scrambled eggs for a hot minute. Like, it just is suddenly too eggy or too chickeny. I feel like it's either gonna make perfect sense to you guys, or you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? And sometimes I would have to pop my jaw when my jaw would malfunction while eating it. That sounds miserable. I am so sorry. Genuinely, I am so sorry. Caviar is my least favorite food. I have never tried it, so I can't say firmly if it would be like my least favorite, but it sounds like I probably wouldn't like it. Only things that have a vinegar or pickled bitter taste. Speaking of like other thing like food related, since we're just talking about food, do you like pickles? And if so, what's the best kind in your opinion? I will forever prefer dill pickles more than anything. They're the best in my opinion. I don't like sweet pickles. I don't like them at all. The only other kind that like I kind of like is this really specific one that my mother-in-law buys from the grocery store sometimes. And it's these, it's like the chip ones, like the sliced ones that you use for like a hamburger or a sandwich. And there's, I believe there's spicy bread and butter pickles. Those are good, but I still prefer dill pickles. I had chicken salad for dinner last night and I was thinking of having it for dinner, but the thought of it sounds too chickeny. See, you get me. Sometimes chicken or eggs are just like too chickeny or too eggy. I loathe pickles. Contrast that with my younger sister who drinks from the pickle jar. That's me. My older sister, Gracie, does not really like pickles. I love them, though. I don't like pickles by itself. I do love pickles on chicken sandwiches. That's valid. I get that. How do you guys feel about tomatoes? Do you like tomatoes or do you like maybe only tolerate them sometimes? Because for me, you'll never catch me eating a straight up tomato by itself, but only on some really specific foods or dishes I'll tolerate it. Otherwise, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tomatoes are divisive since I'm also autistic. That's how I am about it. Like, it's sometimes okay, but only in really specific circumstances. Like, I do enjoy a good BLT, and I'll tolerate tomatoes on a BLT. I'll tolerate them in this really specific salad that I like to get from Salata. And I think that honestly might be it. So basically, certain sandwiches and then that one specific salad, I will tolerate it. Otherwise, no. By itself, I love. On burgers, it's too gross. I'll pass. I like tomatoes on salads, too. I wish I liked just straight up tomatoes or, like, whole, like, cherry tomatoes in salads. It's like, I don't like cherry tomatoes. I wish I did, though, because that would feel like, I feel like be a good healthy snack. The salad that I like, it's a, how should I describe it? A jalapeno avocado salad. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, and then the tomatoes are, like, diced up into super small pieces, and that's why I'm able to tolerate it. Like, if they're in a Cobb salad, but wilting the salad, nope. If they're in a sauce, then yeah. Do you guys like tomato soup? And hello, Sidef, welcome in. By the way, if you guys have not already, please be sure to like the live stream. Liking the stream is 100% free, and it's a very easy way to support me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Cool. Okay, so my mod Shiver is not here right now because he's busy. But I just saw the villager snake, and he loves the villager snake. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I just couldn't be bothered to get ready today, so we're just chilling with no mic on. But it's fine. I don't like any type of soup. That's valid. I feel like soup is very hit or miss with people. I personally love a good soup. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. I have a new poll idea, and it's another food-related thing. Let me see. Give me a second. So out of these options, because I can only do 4 answers, which of these is the best potato dish in your opinion? So baked potato, mashed potatoes, french fries, or potato salad? I'm good to chat a late lunch. Ooh, what do you have? We are talking about food. I don't really remember how we got on this topic exactly, but here we are. The happens a lot with streams. Like, the vast majority of the conversations that I'll have with you guys, I feel like I can never remember how we got onto a certain topic. It just happens. It just happens. I prefer steak fries over french fries. I feel like I kind of lump them into the same category. Have you guys ever had a baked sweet potato? I love a baked sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are good. That kind of makes me want sweet potato casserole. Sounds so good. I associate it with Thanksgiving though. Forcing to choose between different potatoes. I'm just sitting here like, wait, what does that say? Being undecided because I dislike potatoes. I have an excellent sweet potato soup recipe. I don't remember what side I got it from, but I love it. What does that one name or word there say? Damn wise, and then the other thing after that? Because I don't know what that says. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, okay, that was why I didn't recognize it. I've seen Lord of the Rings, and if I'm correct, isn't there more than one movie? Because the only time I've ever seen one of them, and I don't even remember which one it was several years ago whenever I was a kid. Like, I don't even think I was 10 at the time, and I was being babysat by my older cousin who was just a teenager at the time, and his way of babysitting me, and when there was nobody else there at my uncle's beach house, his way of babysitting me was making a fort underneath a king-size bed that was in there, and making me cup noodle, and giving me an entire can of Coca-Cola to have by myself, and we just sat there, ate that, drank the soda, and watched Lord of the Rings on his laptop. Top tier babysitting, am I right? I was typing I want mashed potatoes. I don't like how on vertical streams the polls block when you're typing. Depending on the timing of when you start typing, it can like cut you off, so you just have to be careful about the timing. I thought you asked about potatoes right after I had chicken and baked potatoes. See? We're synced up. I'm back. Welcome back, Allie. We are talking about food, and there's currently a poll going up right now about potatoes. Expanded The Hobbit into 3 movies, and Lord of the Rings was like 3 movies, like the books. Yeah, I've only seen one of the movies, and I don't even know which one it was. If you are just coming in or if you are lurking, we did get Stitches earlier in the stream, and Stitches is one of the many villagers that I needed, so I went ahead and I took him in, worked on kicking out a villager for a while, and now that I have an empty plot, I'm hunting for Murphy again, but with no luck so far. And the reason I need Stitches, if you're unfamiliar with the Bob's Burgers movie, there's a scene where there's a lot of stuffed animals, without like spoiling it for something. It's like the stuffed animals are all like stuck to the side of something, and it's a very important part of the plot, I promise it is. And Stitches, because he's a literal stuffed animal, like teddy bear character, I felt like he was pretty fitting to represent that part of the movie. I have all the movies on extended DVD edition. When I went to the Renaissance Fair, someone sold me a wood-turning plaque that says, potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew? Is that a reference to something in The Lord of the Rings? Oh, a wood-burning plaque, you mean? Okay, gotcha, gotcha. How is it May on Thursday already? I don't know, but there's a lot of things happening. Obviously, there's Mother's Day, there's my birthday, and then my nephew is going to be born. So there's just a lot happening. I would get Murphy on my island if he was a lazy villager, mostly because I can't stand cranky villagers. I'm sorry. Also, Lazy is my favorite personality on the game. I love the lazy villagers, but I'm not going to lie. I also kind of like the jock villagers. When's your birthday? My birthday is May 9th. I was able to avoid it and get it rescheduled, but I nearly had to go to jury duty the day before my birthday, which is simultaneously the day that my sister is being induced to have her baby. So that was almost a complete disaster. This quote from Sam to Gollum when Gollum asks him what potatoes are. Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't know then is I think I was like, yeah, I was definitely less than 10 years old. And for reference now, I'm getting ready to be 24. And it's the only time I've seen the Lord of the Rings movie. So to be fair, I have like no recollection of what actually happened in the movie. My dad's birthday is May 3rd. I feel like it'd be super cool to have a birthday on May 4th, to have like a whole Star Wars birthday. That'd be cool. Apple! We love her. We love her. Very specific inside joke in the community. I don't know how many of you were there for this, but remember, Apple is a lesbian. Which, by the way, we love and support everybody in the LGBTQIA+ community. This is a safe place for all of you. I love you very, very much. This channel will always be a safe place for you. You are loved, appreciated, and cherished here. And if you ever feel like anybody is disrespecting you in my community for your identity, please let myself or one of the mods know so we can handle it. Yes, actually, multiple times, Sedef, and it made me very upset when I was a child. I'm a lot more mature about it now, like as an adult. Like, I don't throw tantrums over it or something, but I would get very upset when I was a kid. I'm sitting here thinking what that must be like to watch Lord of the Rings with all the battle scenes in Helm's Deep and Pelennor Fields. I don't know what any of that is, but you're kind of making me want to watch Lord of the Rings. Like you were so young when you saw it. I genuinely have no recollection. The only part of that memory that I remember is laying underneath the bed with my cousin in our little fort that we made, eating the noodles, drinking the soda, and watching on his laptop. I just don't remember the contents of the actual movie because it's been so many years. I don't know what to think about the birthday, oh, the villager I share a birthday with. Who is it? For me, I share a birthday with Bunny. My birthday twin is Puck. Your birthday builder is Candy. I am so sorry. Candy's eyes scare me. She's the pink mouse with the scary red eyes, right? I share a birthday with Simon the monkey. I think of Alvin and the Chipmunks when somebody mentions the name Simon. I'm unfortunately needing to wrap up the live stream now, so I do want to say, if you have not already seen it, my new schedule for this week is posted in the community tab and in the stream schedule channel of my Discord server. Speaking of the Discord server, there is a link in chat and also one pinned at the top of the chat. But with that said, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate that if you could. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time for another live stream. Bye, everybody!